Hello guys. Hi. Uh, let's do the stuff. Which is what exactly? What are we going to do today? I think Ogman, hello. How are you doing? I'm going to continue the stuff that I didn't finish last time. I was working on the chapter selection for the Linksider. Right? Just run. Wait. Why am I recompiling everything from scratch? Oh, maybe I did update the thing and then I cleared, yeah, and then I never recompiled. Okay, well, okay, I'm fine. Little the weather, but good. How are you? What does it mean to be under the weather? Underwhelmed by the weather? We do have the weather is also not very nice for us. Right now there's like feel ill. You're ill? No, I don't really feel ill, but I did just sleep for a long time today, more than usually, which makes me also feel kind of weird a little bit. You know, like when you sleep too much, and then you wake up, and then like you feel weird. Oversleeping, yeah. Right, well, I have to wait for this thing to compile. It's going to take another minute or something. I think we are compiling the dependencies with optimizations. Yeah, that's okay. How is everyone doing anyway? Um, the Ludum there playing rate ends in 8 hours. For the other news, there is the Ludum Dare Score Chasers, which is happening when? On Saturday? I'm not sure if I'm going to actually participate in it this time. Is there a schedule or something? No. How do I even know that? When it's happening? This is the most weird thing ever. Trying to navigate that Discord. You have a little crab? I can join you. There's going to be two. Oh wait, no, I'm not a crab. Well, now it's the two of us. But yeah, we are going to work on the chapter selection. I was just starting to make it last stream. So this is how we want it to look like. Yeah. Maybe while this is being compiled, I will open Sprite. Hello, Nerdsol. Chapters. So we have this thing, right? Yeah, we have this thing. This is the button itself, and it should be happening without the text here. And there's going to be this one on hover. When I'm hovering, it's that. Then we need to like separate the text and also have the oh, it's compiled. Nice. So there you go. We have this, right? And then it doesn't work when I actually click on these things, but that is fine. All right. We also need to have cargo check to work, right? That's also going to do it from scratch. Sure. Wait, if I'm checking, it's even more crates than when I was building. Because the workspace, I guess. Hello, Nigel. How am I drawing the sliders? Draw slider. Hello, draw sliders. Right here. Okay, nice. How do I make sure that my SQLX doesn't complain though? So it's this server. Over here, right, we have the debug config. Postgres, localhost Postgres, right? And I don't have the Postgres. Was I installing it here? I did install it just like that. So pgctl start. This server started. Cargo check. And then it works. Okay. I think that's it. Maybe I should like make this command or something. We have the database. This is the thing. Database log. Okay. It ignore. DB log should be also ignored, I guess. Maybe move this to the just file or something at least. Oh wait, hold on. I do have it. Init database, start database, stop database. It's already there. Just stop stop db. Okay. And yeah, and we use db/log for it, so this file is not necessary. Just db start db. And then we have localhost. Wait, I mean, we don't have localhost. We do some like PSQL, right? How do I connect to it though? /tmp. No, the K is the temporary thing, right? The SQL like localhost. Host localhost port. Database Kubernetes does not exist. Secret key. What am I using as my name when connecting there? Yeah, yeah. Your solution was to not use the macro at all, just query or query as. But the whole idea of the macro is that your SQL queries are checked at compile time. Otherwise, there is no reason to use SQLX at all, and you just use something more, something like even like more raw. No. Maybe I need user Postgres. User Postgres. Role Postgres does not exist. What is the user that I'm trying to connect with usually? Yeah. I mean, I don't need it right now. I'm just like wondering. How did it even work? Because database CoVMan does not exist. So what exists? What exists? Maybe I can take a look at database. I have no idea where to look. All right, whatever. I will not be figuring it out. I know that I don't no longer have the compilation errors, and that's what matters. Right? I mean, this one still has it, the language server. When I do it from the command line, even without macros, it will still deserialize your table schema and use it to parse queries. Yeah, I guess. Otherwise you would need to deserialize manually, right? Sure. But you like deserializing is only half of the thing. When I want to insert something into the table, I want to serialize it too, and that's something that SQLX does not provide me anyway. Restart the language server, maybe? Maybe do this. Okay, nice. All right, looks like I don't have the problem anymore. And we can continue. Chapter selection. Chapter selection, Rust over here. Okay, so what do we need to do? Right now, what I can... Are you recompiling? I need to like figure that out. Does anyone has these issues? Nerdcell, have you ever had this issue when you work and it's like recompiling your code even though I changed nothing literally? No. It might be the Vim issue, like always. That's why I rage quitted the Vim last time and went back to VS Code, right? I have some stupid thing like that. Okay, so first of all, let's make sure that we don't crash. Is there a to-do here? There is a to-do. So when I have clicked on a thing, what should happen? We should actually go somewhere, right? And we should go to the level which we have specified there. So chapter is a U size. Okay. I should probably like not. Should we just find it here maybe? Instead of getting the position, find a Wendell. So chapter now is a chapter. Chapter dot. Hello, Pomo. Can you configure the language server, by the way? I never thought about it, but can you configure the language server so that it always shows me the fields of the current thing first before like the methods and like snippets? I don't even need snippets. I'm not using those. Can I? Rust language server always show fields before methods. New Vim LSP show fields before methods. When working with language server, can I force it to show fields before methods? No one knows. No one knows. Alright, whatever. Then I will have to suffer for a little bit. Inner level. So this is the level that I need to play, right? So let's go to, I guess, the main menu, play. Oh yes, we have the chapter selection here now. Okay, let's take a look at here maybe. Enter. I see as Buix, hello. And still check Discord. Almost trying to force everyone to vote for his game. I'm not sure I'm going to participate in the thing, by the way, Pomo. And I was trying to figure out when it's actually happening, and like always, the Discord Chasers Discord is the most confusing Discord ever. I literally have no idea how to navigate this thing. It's never organized. If I go to the schedule, it shows the schedule for the previous event. So like, when the fuck is it happening? Actually, no idea. I don't know. So I might not be able to do it. It's on the announcement. Why would it be on the announcements? Like, can you reduce the number of channels by like 10 times? Because like there is too much. There's too much. Why is there 200 buttons that I can click? That's too much for me. I was complaining about this every time. Saturday, October. At 8 p.m. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I will not be able to. It's too late for me. Discord is not Kuvi friendly. I think this specific Discord is not. But maybe other Discords too. I don't know. Do the other Discord servers do it a similar way? The easiness of finding the information on the Discord for me is the same as like the easiness of finding the correct button on the LDGem website itself. That is also like but that one is for the different reasons. They have less amount of buttons, but like in order to go to a specific page, you need to like go through multiple buttons, which is weird. Yeah, I don't know. Nothing is Scoobyman friendly, I guess. Transition in, transition out. And over here we have the inner thing. Then I am going into the loading screen. Into this thing, okay. Understand. So something like that is what I need to copy and paste over here. Okay, so this one is going to be play state, new, context. Context is self context, clone, sure. Inner. So this is the level, right? Chapter dot inner level. The reference, that's where we're going. Transition in would be context, fade, no, zoom in, maybe, and then zoom in. Don't need to do that. Completed levels, I don't need to do that. And transition out is going to be the zoom out, I guess. Is that it? Can borrow self is mutable because it also borrowed as immutable over here in this state. Why? Oh, because I am iterating over it. Wait, immutable borrow occurs here. Yeah. Okay. Level. So we need to do something like the level is chapter inner level clone so that we don't hold onto it. Right? And then that might be it. You added when the tournament starts on the schedule channel. You'll clean organize the channels later today. Now please consider the scheme. Also, we're playing Baby Race and After Party. I said they would go for Fun Base Alpha. Alright, but I'm still not going to be there probably because it's too late, like I said. For me. So maybe I should not vote for the games anyway because I'm not going to participate. Okay, there we go. So we go chapter 1, this is the chapter 1, and then we go chapter 2, this is chapter 2, and then we go chapter 3, and this is chapter 3. Nice. Okay, so functionally it works. Chapter selection technically works. Now we need to make it look nice. To make it look nice, we need to do this thing. Right now we just have two different textures for hovering and for the normal one. I need to do it when I am holding the button. Something needs to happen, right? Also, it looks like when I'm releasing after I have moved, I am also going in, which should actually not happen. Yeah, also there should be the buttons to go back and go into the settings here, right? Yeah. To release key, if the button is left, then it should not happen. This should only happen, this only happens on like the keyboard controls. Need to move this into a method. Let's just do that. Let's just do that. So I'm just going into the thing that I have been hovering. If I'm clicking over here, then cursor move hovered. Is this happens on the update? I think I just do self maybe. Wait, what? Didn't I call it maybe enter? Wait, what? I literally just renamed it into the maybe. Something is really weird here. So now if I'm dragging, and I'm not clicking, unless I actually click, alright, so that's different. If I use the keys, that works. Okay, nice. Nice. If I have now the buttons, right? Let's do the buttons. Layout. Buttons layout. This is drawing the buttons, okay. Copy paste, sure. After the foreground and after everything, UI camera and normal camera, sure. Let's have two cameras. Let's have buttons. It's going to be a vec of button. Button type is what I need, right? So we'll need to have enum button type, and we need to do something about it here. UI camera is self as camera, same as camera, but UI FOV, is that like a separate thing? I guess it is. Sure. Just do the same. UI FOV. This is going to be UI camera. So button type, we need to implement a trait and call buttons button type for button type. So just to know how to render it, right? Match self. Let's see. So I need just I need exit and I need settings, those two things, right? Exit and settings. Exit and settings. And then over here, this is what we need. Settings and exit, this is all I need. Buttons over here, I'm initializing them, so let's do that. Buttons is a vec. We have two buttons, one button in the top right for the settings and one button in the top left for the exit. Right, there you go. So I am already rendering them. And then see, buttons, layout, rendering, hovered button is something that we will need to do. This game code is so bad. I mean, the UI, I guess. The UI code is the only thing that's really bad here. It's fine, right? There's a lot of things that I copy paste. I don't know, is it a lot? Wait, when am I handling the clicks? Click. Oh, over here, hover button. Hovered button. It's here and for the cursor type, I guess, too. Okay, yeah, sure. Let's do the cursor type. So we cover a button or a chapter. Makes sense. Touch input at. That doesn't matter. So click is the one that matters. There we go. Okay, so if the button is settings, then we just run the settings. If the button is exit, then we do control flow break. And we have control flow with nothing. So we just break with nothing. We don't have the action or anything here, right? That's it. That should give me the buttons on the UI, I guess. It crashed because UI FOV in the chapters config tunnel. I guess in the end here. UI FOV. I think UI FOV was always 12. This one can be 9, like always, right? UI FOV is 8, and FOV is 12. That's what we were using normally. Mobile UI FOV. We had a different one there. Should I have that here too? Oh, I guess technically we should, yeah. Whatever. Later. So we have these two buttons now. I'm wondering why this thing, it looks like this thing on the sides is twice as big as it should be. Like 1 pixel here is no, I mean the pixel size is the same. I think, is it? Wait, hold on, is it? I think it is. FOV is 12. Looks better, but then this thing needs to be bigger, right? I think. Wait, so how many pixels do we have here? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's hard. Hold on. Maybe over here. Why did Davey not give me this? Davey here? And Davey just give me this thing, but in the form not of a screenshot, but in the form of the actual art. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 24. Time. Did you just join? Can you split this into multiple different layers so that, like, you know, I mean, not layers, like, I mean, okay, first of all, like, I'm not sure if they when you were here when I was talking about that, but by this thing, it's like not obvious how like, you know, there should be like hover, and like when we press also, how does that look, right? So right now for hovering, I'm assuming the white outline. Maybe you want to do something else, I don't know. But can I have like at least this background image for the thing, you know? And we also want to like split this somehow. Is this just going to be a transparent thing on top? The have the same color as this yellow on the outline, I guess. And then I just do for the progress bar like a semi-transparent of this color on top. So you need to give me the thing which is like dark, I guess, without the text. I think, right? But yeah, so far we have it looking like this. Should be bigger. How many of these do you have on your screen? 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's like it's bigger. But I think it's because the button size maybe should be 1 instead of that. And then I multiply this by 2.5 for the button step. The buttons are actually bigger like this. But this is too big now, right? Yeah. Wait, if this is 24 and the thing is and one cell size is hold on, I need to do a little bit of math. 24 divided by 32 is 0.75. I guess this is the one. So which means that
also doesn't have a hello.
This size is, I mean, yeah, the size is 0.75, right? Maybe. This is the size? I think this matches the pixel sizes now, yeah. Okay. All right. So we do what now? We do what now? Now I need to, like, yeah. So so right now I just draw a different texture based on whether it's hovered or not hovered, basically, right? Then we need a third thing when we press, but it's not like released yet, you know? It's not clicked yet. Similarly to how on these other UI buttons, right? When I click but I don't release, this looks like that. Right? Do just scale on hover? I think you don't like the outline on hover? Because that's basically the same how we do... No, it's not the same. I guess you changed this too? I think this looked differently before, right? The I thought we were changing the outline color on the selection screen too before. But you changed it, alright. I mean, yeah, we are doing the scale on hover over here, I guess, so we can do the same. Yeah, it's like just weird that's like, but I guess we do scale on hover on the main menu too, and over here too. Wait, but what about these buttons? They also scale and hover. Okay, so we actually scale and hover everything. Okay, but what about the click? The click still need to happen, right? This, everything else looks like a button, but this does not look like a button. So what should happen on click then? You have them, having the shadow too. You have them having the shadow too. Boom, 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 boom. I mean, scale down and get the shadow smaller. All right, okay. So much work, all right. I hate working with the UI. How is you doing it, Nerdsoul? You said that you wanted to rewrite your UI or something. What's my drink? It's like a medicine. Not a medicine. It's just some stuff. You hate it too. Like I want to work on my UI framework that would make it easier, but I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it. Like I just need this one, this UI to suffer through this, and then we're done, right? It's okay if we have like a little bit of suffering here, and then we're going to be done anyway, right? I told you if you remake it in Godot, you can do it yourself within 10 minutes. I don't believe that you can do. I mean, that one specific thing you can do. I don't know. I don't think it's worth it rewriting it to Godot. I don't trust Godot. I didn't try it yet. The UI maybe. The UI maybe is simpler. Sure. Because they have a framework for UI, and I'm not. So it's going to be simpler in anything. Other than what I'm doing here. You think you can do it in close to less than 10 minutes as well, but it's all hard code? I mean, I can do it in 10 minutes too if I was actually like writing code instead of complaining about it, right? It would probably also take 10 minutes actually. So we don't have the button that is hovered, right? We only have one texture for the button itself. Button hover, remove. Godot code is too much stuff, too buggy. Wait, Godot is too buggy, or what is too buggy? Use Bevy now. Yeah, so my idea for the UI framework would be something similar to what Bevy is doing. I don't think Bevy like did it like exactly the way I want it to be, but yeah, it's I think it's the closest thing to what I actually wanted to have. We're talking about the UI specifically. The other things in Bevy I didn't like too much. I didn't like Bevy too much, I guess. But the way they did the UI, it made me think that it can be the way actually. Godot games make your laptop go. You want it to be dynamic but statically bound to the state, and every time you think about it, it fails. Hi. Have you tried the ICID, Nerdcell? He was about to, because I think like that. I don't know. I mean, but that's a different approach to like the one that I was actually going for. Going to try the one like Bevy based on the ECS. This one is different. This one is like Elm architecture, right? If I remember correctly. The website looks nice, so like you can like make your own backend easily there and everything. And it was like how to handle messages in a dynamic state, like with nested venues and stuff. I don't know. Someone recently made a Flex library for eGUI. eGUI Flex. Yeah, but my problem with eGUI is how do you make your own custom widgets? Because the eGUI on the back end, they are based on the approach that the UI code is outputting you basically like a list of like primitives, which are like the triangles, kind of, right? I think, and then the text. So making a custom backend that is like working with your own custom widgets and doing like custom shaders maybe to do things. You now have to get that state twice when layouting and when handling the message, but you want the update logic to be the state, to be bound to the state in the same way layout each, which is in immediate mode. What is my current backend for Linksider or Ging? What do you mean backend? I mean, it's based on OpenGL, or like if we're talking about the graphics, I like we can like eGUI can work on the Linksider. The problem is not like making the existing widgets like making the widgets that already exist in eGUI work in Gang is easy. We have the library for that already. But if you want to customize the way your widgets look and make them like fancy, you know, scale and hover and shit, I don't know, like have them animated. I don't know how to do that. But I didn't look deep enough. But from what I have seen, the core logic of implementing the backend is just based on like the triangles, which is weird. Which makes it easy to make it cross-platform, but at the same time it's weird. I don't know. Chapter. Like it's too low level, maybe? Okay, scale and hover. Why not use window manager like Hyperland? I'm literally is, yeah. I am on Hyperland. Okay, hover. Hover scale. Hover scale. Let's make this in the config, I guess. Hover scale. It's 1.1 in other places, so I guess we'll do the same here. Window Manager GNOME, it's a lie. I guess this top right thing, this button specifically looks exactly like the one in GNOME, I guess. And this button over here is also like in GNOME. But it's, yeah, it's not. I forgot what is this bar. I copied somebody else's configuration. I didn't do this myself, but this is somebody else's configuration for... It's not the U. It's something else. Something that is, oh, maybe like GageS? No. Hold on. Bars. Wayland bars. Which bar do you use? I forget what I'm using. I mean, I can look at it. Dun, 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 dun. No, it's not the U. Is it in the Hyperland, probably? Config. It's not that easy figuring that out because I just copy pasted somebody else's thing and then it just is named something. Let's take a look over here. This is what I cloned for my bar. Down, down. AGS, there you go. It's AGS. I forget. I remember now. AGS bar. Customizable and extensible. GTK shell. For declaring the widgets. Just inspired by the U. There you go. No, it's not the Waybar. I was using Waybar before, but then I didn't like how my Waybar looks. This one allows you to do like other things, like this also is the is based on this on this framework for declaring widgets, so that, yeah, you know, we can have the launcher based on that too. I was meant to like customize have my own customization, but for now I'm just copying somebody else's by the creator of this library. Today you learned Hyperland Creator took 3 months to replace WL Roots with his own library called Aquamarine, and then he got banned from the FreeBSD. What was he banned for? I remember reading about it, but I don't remember what was it for. Hover scale. So now we need to scale on hover. over here. Scale uniform. Let's see if chapter is hovered, then hover scale else 1.0. Let's do that. Also, wait, hold on, but if it's hovered and pressed, right? If it's hovered, then it's one thing. If self hover, there's the press scale. Yes, that's what we want. Hover scale and press scale. Yeah. If controls enter. If assets, where's my auto completion? CTX assets, big controls enter. Any key. Isn't the art in the Discord? Okay. This is how your waybar setup looks like. Yeah. Lake. You're using Nix too. Nice. But I don't know. I mean it's okay. But my problem with the waybar was like, you know how like when I'm hovering these things here, I don't know, it looks more interactive and stuff. Maybe you can do the same with waybar too. But I don't think you could. Like I had the, like for example, if you want to change your volume, right? Can you hover on this volume thing and then like change the volume? Because I could like you do it with the scroll wheel, but it was not like animated. So I don't know. You cannot polish the waybar as much as you can like over here, I think. If you just do a static screenshot, then it like can look like whatever. But yeah, it looks much cleaner than the waybar that I had. Should a waypoint's configuration determine the outgoing segment or the ingoing one? Are you asking me? I have no idea what the question even means. What is this dark thing though, Davey? What is that supposed to be? The shadow? Okay, okay, sure. We can do shadow as a custom image. I could just do it the same as we do the other shadows, but okay, sure. Can do that too. Wait, hold on. So are you saying that this shadow is not actually black? Because all the other shadows that we do are, they are just the same thing, but like offset and black and semi-transparent. But you used a different color there. Chapter shadow. It's the same concept. Yeah, but then I don't need the shadow as a texture, I think. Semi-transparent black plus background color. Well, it's going to be blended with the background automatically, basically, so I don't need it as a texture, I think. Let's see. Hold on. I wanted to like do the press here. So if it's hovered, then if any of these keys is pressed, I do that even. How do I even do that? Because this is maybe can I have the auto-completion working? Self context input pressed is pressed. Yeah, there we go. Is pressed key. There we go. That's what I want. If the key is pressed, then config press scale. And then you want, and then yeah, then the shadow too. The shadow too. So this would be pressed. That's pressed. Is hovered and that. If pressed, then this. Else if hovered, then that. Else that. There we go. That's what I want. Transform. Transform. Okay, let's draw the shadow. So we have the shadow in the config over here. Shadow config. Shadow like this. UI shadow. Okay, let's captures shadow. Do the same thing here. The offset is going to probably be different. 0, 0, 0 config shadow config. Shadow opacity. Transform we multiply it by translate config shadow set, right? But the offset is going to be like different if we press, right? Is that what we want? We don't do it for anything else though. Like we don't change the shadow offset for other buttons, Davey, right now. So like you see that this button is like different from all the other buttons then, right? Is that okay? If it would be different? So this is just 1 pixel shadow right now. I also realized that I'm drawing the shadow on top of the button instead of behind it right now. Okay, let's just say that maybe we just remove the shadow if it's pressed, you know, if not pressed, and we draw the shadow. Would that make sense? Because like why do we remove the thing? Because we are making it closer to the shadow, right? They all disappear at the same time though. Because there's an OR. Because this should be an OR over here. Okay. So this does look more like a button, but yeah, I guess we don't want to get rid of the thing completely. Should we like offset it or something? I don't know. It doesn't look like it's pressed. Like over here, this button looks more like it's pressed. Should scale it down. Let's scale it down. Press scale 0.95, I guess. So it's smaller than the other button, you see? Is that what you want? But don't completely remove the shadow. Think of it as a shadow. I'm trying. Like, well, it's. Don't you think it's weird though that this is behaving differently than every single other button in the game? Or do we have I don't know. Do we scale them down in the level selection? Like over here, these things we do scale them up like very little bit. Oh wait, hold on. We don't even have the press state here. I'm just realizing. We just go in. You know, the buttons on the UI, these ones, they have the press state, but this, we just go in. We can do the same for the chapter selection then. Kind of. I don't know. Or maybe we should add... Who cares? Old Kuvi didn't care. What do you mean I didn't care? I always care. I just realized that you have these and the bottom. Looks like the text is drawn incorrectly, but is it drawn incorrectly when I have the vertical? Yeah. You see, like these. Is this supposed to be buttons to change the actual chapter? They're not clickable because the thing doesn't exist. We can remove it now. Okay. Okay. Fine, let's change the offset of the shadow. So we always draw the shadow, but the offset will be if self-pressed. No, if pressed. Farmer who doesn't want to farm, hello. Config.shadow pressed offset. Otherwise, we use the normal offset. Time to remake the level selection again. Those chapter buttons have a different theme than the game and the other game menus. The cream color makes them look like ancient stone panels. Yeah. How about we redo as little as possible? Because the progress is slowing down. And if we remake the things 10 more times, then we're not going to release the game before like the 10 like we're only going to release it in 10 years or something. Shadow press offset rest, not press. Oh, do you mean not remake everything? What are we here for then? Okay. But before remaking the level selection, can we like make our own programming language? So we finish that, and then we rewrite the Linksider from scratch in that programming language. Then I'm okay with redoing it. So like once cast is ready, we do Linksider 2, and yeah, like then we do it from scratch, you know. Am I time traveling? What do you mean? Are you time traveling? Is it Wednesday? Well, you see, the previous stream was Tuesday, and if you look up what's next after Tuesday, then it's Wednesday, right? So yeah. Okay. Do we are we happy with how this works now? We can do it with the keys. Is it obvious? You know what I don't like, Davey, about like this scaling on hover? It is because we want to wait. Is it obvious on like on the main menu? I think it also is not very obvious on the main menu. Like if I'm using the keys or like a gamepad, I guess, right, to select, the hover is like, I don't know. I feel like changing the outline to highlight is going to be good. It's not enough, I think. Like I can see it, but I need to really like when you look at the static image, it's not immediately obvious which one is hovered, you know. So for the same reason, I want it to be like over here. If I wait, hold on. If I use the keys, then I should also like change the camera automatically, right? Because like with the mouse, we can change the position of the camera, but when I'm using the keys, it should then like automatically center the button, probably. Should we change the outline too? Okay. Do we change the outline on anything else though? Not on these things. Should we change the outlines on these things too then? The interpolation animation. Or like the buttons? Okay, I mean yeah, but no. Maybe later. So it's not like immediately like changing the thing, but yeah. Like I don't know. One thing that I'm thinking of rewriting is actually like building the UI framework so that things like that would be easier. But I don't know. Create a declarative UI framework integrated with Gang so you can use it to make 4 buttons on the screen. We have the UI framework, but I'm not using it because I'm not really happy with it. We have 50 UI frameworks and 5 UIs in Rust, yeah. What do they use for TinyGlade, actually? TinyGlade, because I know that they have used Baby ECS. They also made their own UI, right? Can my internet work? Do they have UI? Or do they not have UI in the game? Anyone played this? None of these screenshots have the UI. I mean they have this in the bottom, which is very simple. So for that you don't need a framework, I guess. If all you have is like the 8 buttons, like in Minecraft. They have over here some sliders. I don't know. You're on Unit 2 of learning code in Unity, so you're basically genius now. Cool. Probably custom. No, they definitely have, like, they have the settings button, this for reports, I guess. Yeah, it probably is custom. Did... Okay. We're not going to think about it too much for now. I think it's okay if we don't have interpolation of the and the animation of the hovering of the buttons for now. Ready to write your own engine? Nice, nice. What are you going to write it in? You are writing your own text editor in Odin. By the way, for real. Is it open source? Can we try it already? It will be once you're done. Dun, 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 dun. So what are we doing now? I need to have the text there, right? So I need to have the text. Do we have the font, Davey? Is the font ready for this thing? Is the font ready? I don't think we have the font ready, right? Assets. We have one font. This one is the small font, which is 7 by 7, right? This one is a 7 by 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it 7 by 7? It's more like 5 by 5 here. But I guess the tile size is 7 by 7. Yeah. And you also have this other thing, but it's not being used actually. Okay. Let me, for now, just use the same font, I guess. I'm just going to use the same font. You still don't even know what Rust is? You see it on the screen right now. That's what Rust is. It's like magic. It's just some text, and then it converts into a game automatically. Rust is when metal mixes oxygen. I thought rust is a mushroom. Rust mushroom. Yeah, it's a fungus. Rusts are fungal plant pathogens of the order Bucinialis, previously known as Uridinalis, causing plant fungal diseases. So we need to draw text. We need to draw text over here. Over here, how do I draw text? Self context. We have assets. We have font. Font. Draw. Draw. with. We have the glyph instances. Which probably means that I need to have a renderer. Draw text. Draw text. Okay, mask, none. Transform, let's say that I'm going to use the original transform. Align is text align. Center. Color is going to be config text color. Text is going to be chapter inner name. Camera, self camera. Okay, and then we need the text color here. Text color. What's the text color here? Oh, it's just white. Pretty sure that I can increase my compilation speed here. Whatever. I'm fine with waiting. I can like change the linker to the faster linker or something. Okay, it looks like the transform is a little bit incorrect. A little bit incorrect on this text. So let's try fixing it. Let's try fixing it. This is going to be scale. Scale is that. Transform. Transform is going to be translate. That's not white. Wait, was it not white? In center. Uniform config text size. Wait, was it not white? I'm pretty sure it was white. What do you mean, like, this color is not white? Oh, okay. This color is not white. Okay, sure. It's FFF8EB. You're trying to install NixOS on your Orange Pi 5B right now? Nice. What are you going to use your Orange Pi for? Because I have the Raspberry Pi and I have no idea what to use it for. Literally just sitting on my desk here doing nothing. Is installing NixOS the thing that I can do with it? I guess, but then what I use the NixOS for if it's on the Raspberry Pi? Can it host your server? There is a thing called Orange Pi? Yeah. I heard about it, but I'm not sure what's the difference. It's just like by different people. Use it for desktop usages. It can host your server, but Orange Pi is much stronger CPU and 16 GB RAM. You want a Banana Pi? Banana. Pi. That thing might exist. Banana Pi, open source hardware community. It literally exists. If you want it, you can just order it, I guess. There you go. Risk V cheap. Alright, we need some offset here for the text, and I need to scale it together with that stuff. Oh my god. Why is it so hard? So much work. So much work. So much work. Plus config text offset. I mean, sure, let's just do that. But then, and to also scale, right? Which means that actually, let's then translate the text of first here, and then we do text size times scale, and then center. Text offset. Zero 0.5. Maybe it's 0.5. Rewrite it in Godot and it's all gonna be your work. But do I need to rewrite it in Godot? If you know Godot, then why? Well, then maybe you should be rewriting it in Godot. You know, just rewrite the entire game from scratch. All right, there you go. Chapter 1, Chapter 2, Chapter 3. It works. It works. You could have learned Rust like 10 times by now, Davey, so that we don't need to rewrite it in Godot, by the way. Use Godot Rust to create a Godot node for Linksider core, and Davey can do the rest in Godot. You don't understand my code? No one understands my code. I also don't understand my code. It's okay. It's okay. You don't need to understand the code. You just write new code. And sometimes copy-paste the existing code that you don't understand. It's okay. Isn't that how it would work in Godot anyway? Chapter 1, Chapter 2, Chapter 3. Alright. There we go. We have the chapter names. Alright, let me do this. When I'm doing the keys, right? Like that. Do we still want the hover with the outline? Let me do the hover with the outline because yeah, I like the idea. Button. Do I just do the white color? Like that for it. Button hover. You can get far with just knowing how to write loops and conditionals. Yeah. I mean, the way I'm writing my code is yeah. I mean, there is problems. This code is not easy. Yeah. Like you can see that we are using like async Rust and everything. That makes it a lot harder than it would be otherwise. But yeah. Your code is much easier. You don't use async? It's almost as stupid as Go? Why don't you write Go then? Nerdsoul. Close to light. Let's take a look at Nerdsoul's code. It's easy, he says. Let's take a look. 4 months ago. Which branch do I go? The dev branch? Up to date. Wait, which branch are you working on? You are working in private repository now? Oh, yesterday. Interpolate, okay. Source. Let's see how he's doing his UI. Widget. Trait widget. Update. State mat. Show. Hide. Widget state. Visible. Hovered. Clicked. Pressed. You should change this from booleans into the floating point numbers from 0 to 1 so you can have the interpolation of the things, you know? And like have the fancy animations. No? You do interpolation differently? Okay. I need to poop real quick. Hold on, guys. It's going to be a bathroom break. All right, what's happening? Are you guys talking about how bad my code is? Oh. Ruby follows write once and never read again principle. That's not true. I personally prefer IOSP principle. What's the IOSP principle? Integration, operation, segregation. Clean code development. I don't know what that is. When you tried to contribute to cast and couldn't understand what code was doing, I thought it was something wrong with me. But then I contributed to someone else's Rust when I realized it was something wrong with my code. Okay. All right. It may be. It may be. Can you rewrite the code so it's better? Do 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 do. What you do is still insane. No, I mean, how would you make it? How would you write it so that it is sane? That's the question. That's the question. Like you said that you use Bevy. In Bevy, like technically, I did like the fact that code did look much simpler, but that was a I would say that was a trap. Like it looks simple, but in the reality it was not. It was all spaghetti. It's just hidden spaghetti. I don't know. I have my spaghetti, which is explicit spaghetti, kind of. So I don't know. I know that makes sense. I have no idea what I'm trying to say. But like my experience with Bevy, that it was like it was looking simple, but in reality it was not. It was actually much harder to maintain it, even although the code looked simpler. It was much harder to work with it. Because this game was made in Bevy originally. Thing is, you don't even understand Rust, that's why. You just tried Bevy, it seems too messy too. What is not messy? What are you using that is not messy? Because specifically there is too much in functions and not enough in structs, and you know this already. You said a struct to abstract the parsing problem would get rid of the recursion. I don't think it makes the algorithm easier. Like that's specifically about the recursive algorithms. You can write recursive algorithm, or you can write an iterative algorithm. And like yes, by writing, by like moving the by like extracting the function local variables into a struct and writing this as a recursive function, it would become iterative and not Stack Overflow. But I think it's actually harder to understand the algorithm then. Like just I don't know, just let's say that there is like the Fibonacci function, right? I don't know, let's do something like this, right? It's like Fibonacci n minus 1 plus Fibonacci n minus 2, right? If If n is less than 2, then it's like 1. Otherwise, it's this. You know, like this is easy to understand, I think. But if you convert this to the iterative, it's reading completely differently. You know, when you do it iteratively, you say like for I in 0 to n. I mean, that's not what you do even. Like if you wanted to write this exact code and convert it to be not recursive, but like using the fake stack, just like we are doing here. So like without changing the actual algorithm, but just rewriting it into being iterative. So like holding the stack of the Fibonacci numbers that I'm actually like calculating right now. That would not be as simple to like read anymore. Is what I'm saying. Specifically for the Fibonacci numbers, you can write like the linear iterative algorithm that is like a different algorithm basically already, which would not make it that much different for understanding. But if you try to just remove the recursion there without changing the algorithm, then it would be much harder to understand. Just a few months ago, you said that recursion isn't more comprehensible than loop. It depends. It's a tool. It's a tool. It depends on the algorithm. Some algorithms are easier to understand when you write it in the form of like the mathematical like stuff. And some things are easier to understand in a form of a loop, which is why I don't like pure functional programming and I don't like pure imperative programming. Like those are different tools that like depend on the use case, on the actual problem that you're trying to solve. What I was doing, redeem the comment. I have my spaghetti that is explicit spaghetti. There you go. Chapter 1, Chapter 2, Chapter 3. This works. We can go into the chapters. Yep. So we also should like know if the chapter is unlocked or not unlocked, right? And its progress. Could I put it into the more spaghetti place where I have the more indentation? All right. Indentation is not equal to the spaghetti though, I think. Well, the biggest indentation that I have here is this, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is like nothing. If we like calculate the spaghettiness of the code based on the indentation, then Rust is actually like in order to just declare a method, you need to have at least 2 levels of indentation already, right? Because you need to have an impl block and then you have the method like definition itself. Does it mean that the Rust as a language is bad? If we were doing this in cast, should we have the ability to declare a method for a struct immediately, right? So you would just write async function state : new, right? Isn't that like how they do it in Go language, right? You just declare functions, and then function has a receiver, right? So that they don't have the indentation. That's why people think that Go language is simpler, because they don't like do that. You kinda like this. Golfsco, hello. Pretty sure indentation depends on the coder more than language. Well, I just showed you the example as how like different languages do it differently. You know, when in Rust for a method you have 2 levels of indentation, and in Go you have just 1. Golang methods. Maybe we should have that. But like the problem is that the impl block, especially like with generics, in this case specifically, this is just a normal thing. This is not generic. But yeah, so in Go, when you have a method on a vertex, you say that the absolute of a vertex is float 64, right? So this is the method on the vertex, right? So you do v.apps then. Well, how does it work with generics? Because Go language has added generics, right? Methods on generic type. I didn't look at how they did the generics at all. I heard that it's really bad, but how is it actually? Getting started with generics. Yeah, but map is like a specific thing, no? Where's generics? Add a generic function to handle multiple types. K comparable. V int 64 or float 64. Okay. How do you make a method on a generic? Okay, can you have generic types? These are all generic functions without declaring generic types. Do they have generic types? Golang generic type. Introduction to Go generics. Type parameters. This is a function, once again. Here you go. We have a tree, generic, there you go. So here you go. We have a function, t, which is a, so this is a method on a generic thing. There you go. T. Bow, bow, bow. Can you restrict this method to where the t, like, can you have the where clauses as we can have in Rust? As interface. I cannot read this code. The syntax of Go. So bad, so bad. I cannot read it. What is this? A bunch of random symbols. Right. What does it actually mean? What is this? What's the... that is what this token is for. For type constraints, we usually don't care about a specific type, such as string. We're interested in all string types. This is what this token is for. The expression string means that the set of all types whose underlying type is string. What? What does it even mean? This includes the type string itself as well as the types declared with the definition, such as type string string. Is it worse than Zig? Go? Well, I haven't actually tried Go much. I have only been reading about it a little bit. I tried it a little bit, not as much as I tried Zig. So, yeah, I don't know. It's a different language, is what I can say. From what little things that I have tried of Go, the design decisions in the language are done by the random number generator. So yeah, Zig at least made sense to me. Is what they're trying to do. Go language never did make sense to me for whatever reason. Yeah. I don't understand what this means. So you can declare your own type string. What does this mean? Is this like a new type? So it should work for everything which is something like a string, right? Is what this means here. So this works for any interface. Which is like a list of E's, where E is an interface. Yeah, empty interfaces are very weird in Go, like the voids in C, kind of thing. Used Go once was special, but did the job. Well, I mean, everything can do the job. Every language can do the job, I think. Doesn't matter, really. I can do it even in Python, probably. But yeah. Let's go back to Linksider. I am not going to stream for much longer, so we need to like do something. We need to do something. So there is the things that are left from to do from the thing. This needs to be like a progress bar of how much have we beaten from the chapter, right? So how many levels are actually completed here. Also, the chapter should be locked sometimes. Do we have the locked chapters, Davey? Or do we not have the locked chapters? I think we don't. There is no example of a locked chapter. So how do we lock and unlock chapters too is another question, I guess. How do we lock and unlock? Check Discord. Locked chapter. Okay. Chapter locked. Unlock depends on the chapter levels. Like, does it? Unlock depends on the previous chapters, right? Like, let's say that you go into a new chapter, but you haven't beaten any of its levels. The chapter itself is unlocked, right? It depends if you can go to this chapter from any of the previous chapters, right? It's kind of weird. Are we still going to these like arrows which unlock? Still is the same as the old one? What do you mean still is the same as the old one? What is still the same? Everything is still the same. Oh, the chapter color for the locked. Okay. I see what you mean. Text color locked. Just there's a menu for you to go quickly through different chapters. Yeah. So okay. So the it still is weird. I think like progress depends on the chapter level. Yes, progress does depend on that. How do you unlock a chapter though? I don't understand. Unlock depends on the chapter levels. Like, what exactly is it about the chapter levels that determine the unlocking of it? I can go into the chapter without even trying a single level. The chapter is already unlocked. Right? So it's unlocked if what? If I have been to the level, but that also is not really true because I can unlock a chapter without going into it. When I don't remember where was it? Like in chapter 6, I think. I think in chapter 6 you have the no, in chapter 5 over here, right? You have 2 places where you could go, you know, for this one, you need to unlock all the levels here, right? So let's say that you unlock all the levels, but you go instead over here. Which means that you're going to skip a chapter, but it still is kind of unlocked, right? So what's the actual, like, logic here? I guess when I'm playing, so I should, like, unlock it. It's not when I reach it for the first time, it's when it's reachable for the first time. Not if it's reached. Right? And also, like, hold on. This also is like a locked door. I can not unlock this door. Let's say that I have beaten all the levels here, Davey. Let's say that I have beaten all the levels here, but I have not unlocked this door, which means that this is unreachable still. In the progress of in the chapter selection, this chapter 5 would be shown as fully completed because all the levels are completed here, right? But the path to the chapter, like this one is to chapter whatever, has not been unlocked still. You know? Or should we count the locked things as also being levels, which are like count to like the percentage of completion then? So over here we have 11 levels, but we also have the 2 locked doors. So unlocking a door also makes some more progress on the level. Is that so? So that we know that something is not finished there. That's why I think you just make it unlocked when you first reached it. It's simpler. When you reached what? This chapter? But how do you know that this... Okay, what I'm saying then is like if it's just unlocked when you first reached it, the problem is that how do you know how to reach it? Because you are going to forget the fact that this over here was a path, right? Which means that chapter 5 needs to, like, there needs to be something happening in the chapter 5. Like when you, in the chapter selection, the chapter 5, all the levels here have been completed, but I still have not taken this path, which means that I did not unlock this chapter, right? So what is it like in the chapter 5 that should be, you know what I mean? In the chapter selection, you should have a hint that you can unlock something new by going to chapter 5. Count the door as progression. What if I unlock the door but still don't go there? For whatever reason, you know? What if I unlock the door, but... Okay, let's say that I finish all the levels here, and instead of going here, I will unlock this door and go here, right? How do I remember that I need to go back? I unlock the chapter if it's reachable. There you go. That's what I was saying. So like we should so the actual logic should be that we should count the locked doors towards the progress of a chapter, but we should mark the chapters as like unlocked as soon as they are reachable, not as soon as they are actually reached. You know, when they're reachable, not when they are reached. Yeah. Sounds like the thing in Baba Is You, when you go to the next chapter, you never go back. Yeah. Do they do it in Baba Is You? Do they hint that you have some unfinished progress in a chapter in Baba Is You? Okay, so we need in our save. So here's our save info, right? We have the levels that we have completed. We have the current location. Should we have the current location? I think the current location should no longer be a thing, right? Because we always go through the level selection now. Or should we save the level location based on the level selection screen, you know? Like, you know, when you go back. Yeah, this is another question. If I go to the chapter 1 and if I am over here, right, then I go back and then I go back into the chapter 1, I start in the very beginning again. Should I start in this place where I left off? Probably, right? That would make sense, I think. So previously we were saving the level in the level selection where we were. But now we always go through the chapter selection screen. Maybe we should like save the last chapter that we were in, so that like we like scroll automatically here too. Not like right now I'm always like staring at the chapter 1. I think those are separate things though. So location saved is going to be matched based on the so it's going to be like a hash map from level location into the position inside that level, right? That's what we want to have. Unlocked hash map string. I'm not sure what this unlocked is. Oh, this is unlocked doors. Which probably should be unlocked. I don't want to like change this too, because this is not really understandable. Unlocked doors. The hash map from level location into a hash set of the positions of the doors, right? Is this just cloned? The levels. What is this? So hash set. Refactor all renaming. Because I tried to understand something on stream and couldn't understand it. Yep. Wait, what? Are you saying that you didn't understand? Renaming because I tried to understand the stream. Hold on. Save location. Check save location is not a thing anymore, I think. Location seems unclear. All right, location. Sure. Let's rename this too. So this is a location. I don't know. Last position. It's not the location. It's the position. Last position. In selection levels. Is that a better name? Is that a better name? Let's have this. Sure. So save dot unlocked doors get location instead of all of these. That's easier. Okay, let's go next. Last level. So save location. Save location is last position in selection levels. This only should happen if we are, if self remove. No, hold on. Save location. I guess it doesn't really matter. Last position in selection levels, we insert into the location the cell. No. That's what I want. This method is being called because we have the level selector. Yeah. Sure. No field unlocked. Unlocked. So over here the same. We say entry. Entry for the self location clone. Or default insert entity position cell. Unlocked doors. This is where I am unlocking the door. The door has been unlocked. We save the fact of that into the save, sure. And over here we say this is just not saved. There we go. Last position in selection levels dot insert location clone none. Oh wait, hold on, this is actually removing. Wait, what? I don't need this. This can be completely removed. I was resetting my position or something there. Play. Selector does not need to be mutable anymore. Let's fix the warnings too. Redundant closure. Let's remove the redundant closure. Now we crash. Amazing. Amazing, because key must be a string. References 42 unwrap. Wait, what? Oh, wait, hold on. I understand now. I understand why. I understand why. Here's the thing. So why was this a hash map from string into a string, into a hash map string? Because this is saved as JSON, and JSON does not support anything but a string in a key position. I just need to save this not as JSON, but as a better format, I guess. Which means that actually this thing is where objects, I think it's in Bedbox over here. References. This is the code. I am saving always as JSON, right? And that doesn't work. So I failed to serialize literally. Should I use like what should I use for this? This is not configurable right now. When we do 30 JSON to string, Can I have like the serializer here or something? How do I make this configurable? Or I guess we could serialize the location as something else. But I'm using it in other places, so no. Or yes. Or no. No, no, no. No. Okay, so JSON doesn't work basically, is the problem here. Found the largest indentation of yours. Okay, so how many levels is it here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right. Pretty sure that I have seen like the 14 levels of indentation in my code. Also in Ruby, you are used to like 2 spaces for indentation, and I'm using 4 spaces for indentation, so which makes this code look not as bad. Indented, I guess. So make JavaScript browser developers use 2-space Rust formatting. How do we so here this library is the API for me to like have saves and loads. It's using the local storage on the web, and it's just storing files on the native implementation. And it was using JSON to serialize this stuff, but JSON doesn't work for everything. Should I just save it as RONs instead of JSONs? Could this just be RON? Because RON would support everything, right? Git status, git pull, just in case. So instead of doing the 30 JSON, we do RON. To string pretty. RON. To string. There's a value returns it as a string. If you want, you can use toString. So RON serialize toString pretty. ToString pretty has the pretty config. RON pretty config. It's just you know what? Right, all. Serialized value. Same as over here. 30 JSON to string is just serialize. 30 JSON. This would be deserialize. And this would be deserialize. do I need to have two functions? Function serialize t. This should give me a string. Function deserialize should give me t. Deserialize the file should instead be std fs. Okay, so we just do something like std fs read to string file fact failed to read save. No. I think over here I want to panic if we have like the inability to read. No, not read to string. File dot read to string. That's levels didn't load, only music loaded, I guess. Some buttons on the left. What are you talking about? Consider specifying the generic argument. Yeah, this should be the deserialized can fail, so we have like a result. The what's the error type? The error type is like dependent on my so run. Error? Is that the one? Okay, serialize will be run serialize to string pretty value run serializer pretty config new. You just use the default one. I think so. We unwrap here. Nerdsel's game. Run from string. Yes. There you go. Oh, so it's not the run error then, right? From string, this returns what? Oh wait, this returns a spanned result? What's the spanned result? Run. From stir. Spend result. Is the result spend error? Oh, it's a spend error. Okay. Spend error. Cargo check. Package. Bat box. References. Target was unknown. Okay, so I'm just going to use the runs now instead of JSONs. I think it's all right. Expect not found in string. Serialize. Yeah, so this is no longer failing. Serialization never fails. I guess I can like change this into expect failed to serialize. Save. Okay. stdio read is unused. And now it's used. It should be used here. Use stdio read. Go. Lazy git. Use run instead of JSON for preferences. Okay. All right, let's now see what am I using here. Cargo toml. We have the patch. Yes, we are using the bad box from there. Yeah, sure. So we just do cargo update package bad box. Quick little engine update. Yeah. All right. Now we just do run. So I literally don't need to change anything else because now run is more flexible than JSON. And it should be fine, but all our current saves are going to be lost, I guess, because the JSON would not be able to be deserialized. It's fine. So here, chapter 1. So yeah, all the saves are lost. Let's say that I am over here, then I go back, and then I go back to chapter 1. I am not here, right? But I'm not using this yet. I'm not using this yet. So let's see. We have it in the chapter selection, I guess, right? Better implementation for future use. Yeah, I mean it doesn't really matter. I could have used anything there. Yeah, like JSONs are annoying in that sense where the keys of objects must be strings, you know, so you cannot serialize anything there. Like not everything is serializable into JSON. Now I need to let's see, play odd. So we are doing the immediate thing. So we have the teleport to thing, right? We have the teleport to thing here. So I guess we do in the chapter selection, play state over here, one of these things is the teleport to from. What's the from? Oh, from is like for, yeah, okay, I understand that. Sure, and teleport to is the one, yeah. Position. So the position that we are going in is context save inspect Save low last position in selection levels yet for the level, right? It should be cloned here. I guess not cloned, but clone, because it's an option. Position. No, that's not. Hold on, copied. This should be an optional vector. Lifetime may not live long enough. Because I need to copy it before returning it from the closure. Like this. Okay. Let's see. I think that's it. This should just work now because I have already been saving my position, I think. So when I go back into the chapter, I should continue from where I left off, basically, and we save the location in each chapter individually. Right? So look at this. If we go chapter 1, and then I go back, and I'm still in the same place where I left off. If I quit the game, maybe like this, there you go, it still is the same. If I quit the game, I restart the game, I go back here, chapter 1, I'm still in the same place. If I go to chapter 2, then I start here, chapter 2 is here, chapter 1, still in the same place. What else? But if I go into the chapter 2 using the arrows, like this arrow over here goes to the chapter 2, the game loads too fast, does not feel like AAA. I can fix that. I can fix that. It's not very hard to do. I mean, I already have the fake times, but for loading. Load with fake time of 10 seconds. There you go. Now it's going to be the thing. This is why you need to rewrite in Godot, killing 2 birds with 1 stone. What do you mean Godot will do what? Make the load time longer? I don't think that's actually true. There you go. Look at this loading screen. It's like when they put weights into the MIDI controllers to make them feel higher value. It will slow down game as well to make it easier for Davey to work on it. Right. It's loading a lot longer if you are playing not a native build but a web build. I'm not sure if we are going to have the web build like available to the public somewhere. I mean, maybe we can like update the itch page with like a demo version of the Linksider built for the web, I guess. Instead of having the old I mean, we want to have the old Bevy version still up there too, I think, right? So yeah, anyway, so if I go over here, I go back to chapter 2, I am still here. If I go back to chapter 1, I am over here when I left off. But if I go into the chapter 2 using this arrow, then I'm all spawning in this thing again. Nice. Sandbox build, that sounds exciting. ValicBot is trying to bully me into like making the editor public before releasing the game. Like, does that make sense though? I don't think it does. Someone will just recreate all the levels that we have based on the streams, and we'll just play the game. Not public, but for the beta testers. Yeah, for a couple people we could do that. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, we could do it for some people. Sure. Belly just wants to play the game. Yeah. You realize there's a reason a lot of game developers don't do the early access for their games. I don't know, like you're going to like I mean it's nice that you can help with like testing the game, but you're going to, I don't know, you're going to be disappointed in the game because it's like not as good as it's going to be like when it's released. Channel redeem to claim Linksider. How much should it be? 1 million? I think Nerdsel even doesn't have 1 million, right? Nerdsel has 600,000. You will have 1 million before it gets released. Arna VKG, hello, hello. Okay, the next thing, when I'm in the chapter selection screen. When I'm in the chapter selection screen, first of all, I don't have the escape key working, so let's do that. Chapter selection, handle event here. If I guess handle input here. If we are pressing, if controls controls escape contains the key, then I should return control flow break so that we exit. Right. You played the demo on H, enjoyed it a lot. Nice. Nice. Did you wishlist the link on Steam already? We have the Steam page over there. So escape here now works. There you go. Escape. Okay, there's one thing that is trivialized, another little bug in my input system. Because I am literally like pretending that the mouse does not exist as soon as you press a key on a keyboard. It means that I need to move the mouse before I can actually click the button again, which is a little bit annoying. So let's do handle event over here. If we have a cursor, we have a mouse press. Over here we have the cursor position. I will say something like this: if state cursor position is none, and I will say that state cursor position is window cursor position. Think so that should fix it. Yes. What if the operating system has the UI scaling? Gang won't be affected? No. The way it works is depending on the size, and it's all relative. So like it doesn't matter. You do this, you know. It all is, I don't know. UI scaling is not taken into consideration. Wait, are you saying that it should be taken into consideration when, like, something? Or just clever to do on shit like that, Veligbot? You mean if iOS has 125% scaling for UI, but 125% scaling for UI is no. I'm just ignoring that setting, right? No 3-state adaptive design? What do you mean 3-state adaptive design? We have like for mobile, the vertical stuff and the horizontal stuff. It may affect mouse positioning. I think it should be fine. Because the UI scale is a thing. Like, I think like on Retina displays on Macs and stuff too. I think it's fine. But I guess if there is an issue with that, you are going to report it, right? Okay, what did I just do? If I do escape and then press this, then it just works again. Nice. This is good. Set cursor position on. Okay, then we wanted to do the locking stuff. I don't think I'm going to do the locking today. It's running late for me. Today is a short stream. Like Noita. Is Noita scaling? Some games go crazy when in full screen mode and you change display resolution. Oh, Noita goes crazy, alright. Yeah, okay, locking is something that I'm not going to do yet. We are going to, for now, treat everything as unlocked. Locking will happen later. Let's do saving the position like over here. So here we go. First of all, if I have like how many chapters here? 3. Let's have more chapters. Chapters over here. Set up more of these. Chapter. 4, 5, 6, 7, right? I mean, how many we have? We have 10 chapters, right? Do we have 11 chapters? How many chapters do we even have? I don't even know, Davey. I think it was 10, right? Wait a stream in 20 minutes? No. There will not be. So here we go. If we have like these. Chapter 10 does not exist. Am I right? Because there is no selection for chapter 10, I think. The selection only until the 7 chapters. I think there is no level selection. There's levels for it, but not the thing. Okay, so chapter 7 exists though. No, hold on. This one. Wait, is this one the last one? No, it's not. Is it chapter 8 that is the last one then? That actually exists? Maybe? Anyway, what I want to do is that, like, you know how I always start the camera just pointing you at chapter 1, right? We need to... Not even 8. I guess it's 9. Just chapter 10 is undone. Yeah, this is the last one. So we want the camera to be saved at where it was last time. When should I save this thing? Whenever I go into a chapter, probably, actually. I would think... Wait, but what if I went into it not from the chapter selection screen? Yeah, what if I went into it not on chapter select, most likely? Yeah, but like how? Like let's, because we have multiple ways of going into a specific chapter, you know? We can go into chapter 2 either by going through the chapter selection over here, or by going through chapter 1 and then beating all these levels. And then going into the chapter 2 using this thing. This goes us into the chapter 2, skipping the chapter selection. But if I go to the chapter selection, now we can go there. And you have an index as for where the camera needs to be, right? You give each button a position with an index. Selected, that index becomes camera position. Yeah, the question is when do I store it in a save file? That's the question, right? Like, because what if I go here and then I like the player literally can press Alt F4, right? But since we were in a chapter 2, I guess we should, when going back over here, it should show me the chapter 2. Basically. We should always go to the last chapter that we were in, if that makes sense. I think so. It's going to be saved in whenever I am entering the thing. I'm pretty sure over here in the very beginning, when I start playing a level, if this level is a level selection level, then the moment you enter the button, chapter 2, you leave current screen and they get saved on leaving. Save on leave, not enter. No, I think it should be save on enter, not on leave. Because leaving might never even happen because we're going to Alt F4 the game, but it should still be saved. I think. Context, level cache. It's not in the level cache. It is levels chapters. That chapters is level chapters. So if location, if let some chapter is chapters position of a chapter where chapter level is equal to level, I think in this case we say context save, modify the save last chapter is chapter. There you go. Said you would be having locked chapters, maybe always save on chapter containing last unlocked levels. Like, but what if you like go back, because like maybe you have completed some later chapter, but now you're going back and trying to complete the other chapter that was like not the last one, or something. Like, what's the chapter containing the last unlocked level even means? That would be standard, but he is saying if people go back and play other levels. Yeah, like, you should, like, go back to where you were, basically, always. Is, I think, the most logical thing, no? It should be easy to go back to where you were. If you go and do later chapters, that does... What does locked chapters even mean? Well, some chapters are fully locked and some chapters are not full. Like, there is locked chapters and there is like completed chapters. In order to unlock a chapter, unlocking a chapter means that you can start playing its levels, but it doesn't mean that you like have completed all of its levels. Unlocking is not completing. You know? Unlocking means that you have the ability to play its levels. How are you, Kubi man? El Hedro del Viento. I'm fine. How are you? I need Easter eggs levels like farting game where you have to jump high. Yeah, I was going to add the secrets room. I keep forgetting it. Let me add it in the issue list. Hold on. I have an idea for the secrets. Wait, do we have secrets maybe already here somewhere? Secret. No. Secrets. Bum, bum, ba-dum. Alright, just so that I don't forget about it. Last chapter in the save. There we go. So save should also have the last chapter. Or I guess last visited chapter. Chapter. Okay, by default it's going to be 0. That's fine, because the chapters are just a list. Okay. Sure. You're from Argentina. Nice. Last visited chapter. So, and now I need to like use the last visited chapter somewhere, right? Okay. We are going to say somewhere. Let's see here, self lock on last visited, or like not lock, I don't know. Move to last visited, and then when we over here after I quit, we do self move to last visited. So so move to last visited is a thing where we say context save. We're going to inspect the save to get the last visited chapter, right? And then I will say that self keyboard selection is some last visited, and I will say that, well, I guess if we have the keyboard selection, then the camera would also go there automatically. So this is all that I actually need to do. I think. Function update. So let's say if let sum index is self keyword selection, then I say that self chapters at index, not at nth index, if let sum chapter is this is what box. Then we say that so self camera center plus equal bounding box center minus self camera center. Like how do I move my camera again? Target camera position over here. We just lerp. There we go. That's what we do. Self camera center. We lerp the camera towards the target camera position, which in this case is going to be the bounding box center. And camera speed is going to be self context. So let's config chapters camera speed for speed. Same maybe. Lerp is linear interpolation. Yeah, I know. Oh, Velik was asking, what is lerp? Yeah, why is it called lerp instead of interpolate linearly? Because if lerp is linear interpolation, does it mean that erp is interpolation? I guess it is. Happens in the middle of that word. Okay, so here we go. We can change the camera. Probably can increase the speed here a little bit. Yeah, I will probably like increase the speed. Let's just double. Maybe it's going to be too much. I don't know. I think I would make it a little bit slower. I think it matters. Maybe. So yeah, what if I go here and then I go back? We are in chapter 5, right? But wait, hold on. What I wanted to test is I guess if we We go here and then I go back. I am in chapter 2. There you go. Wait, hold on. Something is weird. When I'm hovering, it's going down instead of going up. Oh, there's a bug here because the key was pressed or something. Anyway, let's say that I'm going to chapter 6, so I am in chapter 6. If I Alt F4 and if I go back to the game, and then if I go here, I should be back in the chapter 6, right? There you go. So like that is nice. What is the problem if I do here and then here? You see how this is pressed? For some reason, if I do this specifically, that's a weird bug. Someone opened the pull request for colored cursor in Neovide. Nice. Can we have like a rainbow stuff, you know, when like the entire screen is like going random colors? There's probably like not the Neovide, just in NeoVim. You can have like there are plugins that make all your like code fall down, right? And some other animate. Yeah, we can. When I'm going on a break, we could do something like that. What's the plugin for it? NeoVim. Animate the code. I don't know. I don't know. Game of life on the code, maybe. Cellular automation, this thing. Make it rain. Nice. Ported animations, make it rain. And game of life. Slide. I would like to, I don't know, it looks like you can make your own custom animation. I think I would do an animation where just every character just moves 1 pixel into the adjacent position, you know? So like Game of Life is a little bit too crazy. This one just remains static after a time. I want the animation to happen like forever. So like just basically like on every tick, I would just move a random symbol in a random direction is what I would do, I think. Should probably like do that. Looks like it's not very hard to customize it to make your own animation config update. Yeah. All right, not right now though. I need to end the stream in a second. So let's just figure out this bug here. When I go back, it's only over here. It's because it's considered pressed. Pressed is chapter covered and one of the keys is pressed. But nothing is pressed, right? Nothing is pressed. Unless I'm not forwarding the key press. I guess if I'm not forwarded in the key press, hold on. Play, handle, event. Is that the thing? I mean, no, I'm first doing this here. Key press. Oh, wait. No. Wait, no, I have no idea. There's a bug. Alright, you know what? I'm just going to end the stream. Chapter selection progress. I'm just going to end it here. Looks like Davey pushed something. Did Davey push something? Hold on a second. End of a stream with a bug? Ah, it's okay. Davey did some fonts. I thought I merged it. Did I not merge it? I'm pretty sure I did. Oh, this is the thing. No, I did merge it. Why is it not shown in the graph? Because I did... Because I did something. Because I rebased instead of merging, so it doesn't show it on the graph here. Okay, whatever. Whatever. Yeah, good progress. Good progress. Good progress. Davey could do it in 10 minutes, but we need a couple more days probably to finish the chapter selection screen because I'm not as quick as Davey is. Let's just read someone. Clap. Pum, pum, Okay, here we go, Davey. Special for you. This is Godot. There was the 10 key button. I removed it because I didn't want to be distracted even more than I'm already distracted. Right. See you guys next time. Bye.
2, 4. Like so. Oh wait, no, we can just delete all this. There we go. Now we have a singular armature.